Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. Glad you all could join us. Switch that one off. Sorry about that, got the other screen going. So, how are you all doing out there? Thank you so much for jumping on and joining us tonight. Hopefully it'll be another interesting show for you. We're going to be using two different presses tonight, and I'm going to be running through sizing some bullets, how I got the sizes, and what I use and everything on that tonight. So hopefully be an interest in it. Also, hashtag Mac9, get you in the draw. We'll do a little giveaway a little bit later on as well. So all of you, don't forget to do the old hashtag Mac9 tonight. So I don't know if you've seen, I put some videos up over the weekend. I had some friends come over from the UK. Two of them had never shot or never held a gun before in their lives. And my granddaughter, she's 8, she wanted to come out with us as well. So just a couple of short clips of the shooting we did out in the desert. We had a great time. And the smile on my granddaughter's face was just unreal. First time she pulled the trigger on the 22 pistol, she said, "That's it. I don't want to shoot it again," and she walked off. And then one of my friends brought one of his sons with him, and he was 9, and he'd been shooting quite a bit. So she was watching him, and he was shooting the pistols and the little AR-22s. She came back to me and she said, "Can I shoot that, Pops? Can I shoot that one? What else can I shoot?" So she went through, she shot 2 little 22 pistols. One was suppressed. She shot the M&P 22, a little Savage bolt action 22. She had an absolute blast. And just to see the look on her face, and when she went home, she was telling her mum and dad all about it. It was a fantastic day, and it's just, until you take some kids out and let them shoot, it's unbelievable how gratifying it is to see how much enjoyment they can have when you do it in a really safe and controlled environment. There was 2 of us there, me and my friend Lauren. We were both watching everybody. We were training everybody. So we were only letting one of the new persons shoot at a time, so we both could keep an eye on them, and we had an absolute blast. So if you have a chance, jump onto my channel. It's just a couple of minute video of the desert shooting, but it's just the look on the people's faces. It was just unreal. So let's just say hi to everybody. Tactical Fud was on first. Dale Pogue, Hillbilly up. Good to see you, Hillbilly. AR Gun 1776, Elliot's with us. Bobby Barlow's with us. G23's joined. Hi, G. Hope you're feeling good. Andre D'Angelo is with us. Hi there. Brutal Bob. VAO. Hi, Walter. Good to see you. Reloading from the hot pots with us. Hi, Gene. So, Vanessa Kitty. Hi, Vanessa. Good to see you. Crazy Gearhead. I think that's a new name for me. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy the show. Tactical Fud. Peterson Farms in Nashville. How you doing, Phil? So there's a few of you on there already. Really good to see you guys, and hope you enjoy the show. So what I thought I was going to do tonight, I got some bullets cast up. I got them powder coated. I got some 9mm, and I got some 45 coat. So let's do the 45 coat first. Let's do some of the 9mm, because I'm going to use it on the RCBS press. So let's change the camera angle a little bit. You can see this, what we're doing here. This in, hopefully you can see that there. Okay. So for the 9mm, I'm going to be sizing them with the Lee Sizer .356. And where I came up from for that figure is I slugged the barrels on my 9mm, and if you can see that there, let's see if I can bring that in so you can see. I keep records of everything. It's really, really handy. So I've got 3 9mm that I've already slugged. There's a couple more I've done and they've all slugged out the same. And the actual coming out to 0.355. So after speaking to a couple of the guys, CW is one of them, Walter, they say to go normally 1,000 over. So with them being slugged at 355, I'm gonna size them to 356. So with this little die set, comes from Lee. So you get the little plunger for pushing the bullets through, and you have the 356 sizing die. So I can just drop it in. I got mine set up with a Hornady lock and load system. I took away the thread and I've loaded up the Hornady lock and load system, so I can just drop it in and lock it in. And then you can use the container. It just sits on top to catch the bullets. And then in the bottom, just pull a shell holder out, and then the plunger can just drop into the bottom of the ram. Hopefully you can see that. I might just phone this one off. Let me just go in and check there's nothing important. No, we're good. Okay, let's just go back. So see if anybody else has joined in. Any questions popped up here? Crazy Gearhead says, typically on, quiet guy, lurking in the background. Always welcome. You're always welcome to come on here. And Gun Websites has joined us as well. Okay, so that's basically the setup for the Lee system I use. Get in a little bit here. So I have the 147 grain slick-sided bullet, which have been powder coated. They were 147, but they're actually coming out to 149. And if I get my calipers, and at the moment, they are measuring 3.60. Some are just under 3.60 there. They're actually showing as a size. Let's make a bit of room here. Get this over here. And all I'm doing is I'm dropping the bullet onto the plunger, bringing it up into the die, and sizing it through. And once they start going through, they'll start popping into the plastic catch holder. And then we can grab some out and we'll take some measurements then. So hopefully you can see this okay. My hand's not trying to cover them too much. So all I'm doing is I'm sitting them on top of the plunger, the base down, and you're sizing them through the sizer with the head going in first. Normally you have to run 10, 15 through before they start popping into the chamber. So these bullets probably made up a couple of weeks ago and they were powder coated again a couple of weeks ago. Should have done them closer to the time. They would have been just that touch softer because they do harden up a little bit over time. Okay, let's just take the lid off here. So if you can see, they do scuff paint a little bit. They don't break through, they're just marking it as they're sizing it down. And then if you look at that, 0.356. So you can see that one's come out perfect. Again, you can just see that they go a little bit dirty as they go through, but none of the powder coating is coming off. It's just squeezing them down. Let's put that one in there. And again, 0.356. So these little Lee dies are very consistent. And there's a third one. 0.356. So you can see that they're nice and consistent. It's sorry, just grabbing a drink. It's a fairly easy system. I just set it up on the RCBS rock chucker. Just mount the die on top, the sizing die, and the plunger just goes straight onto the ram. MCK has joined us. How are you doing? Reloading from the pot. Half pot says, I lube all my bullets for ease of passing through. I've never lubed them. I've seen them doing it. I've always been a bit concerned if you put a bit of lube on them and there's a lube goes on the bottom, if it's going to affect the powder when you size them. So it'd be good to find out about that, Gene, if it's something I should worry about. And I can understand they'll go through easier with a little bit of lube, but I'm just worried about the lube on the bottom of the bullet when it comes to loading them. So maybe we'll have to get together and talk about that, or put a thing in the comments just so we know. I think that's we're up to date. Also, Walter saying, reloading from the hot pot. Me too, for the fat ones. I use Hornady one shot. Doesn't interact with powder. So what do you do, guys? You just spray a bit into a container, throw them in, and just let them swill around a little bit. And then Walter's saying, I don't lube unless really necessary. Hillbilly, KY gel. I don't know what you do with that KY jelly a little bit. You can leave that out of here, I'm afraid. Tommy Boy's joined us. Tommy Boy says it affects the pressures on your loads. Speeds will have a lot more variances, at least it did with me. Interesting. I'll look into that, guys. Thanks for that. Like I said, we're always learning. You never stop learning in this game. So these are only sizing around about 3 thou, and they're not too bad going through. They seem to go, now I've started and it's gone through the die a few times. They're going through a little bit easier again now. So you can see, guys, it doesn't take long to do this. You can get through them pretty quick. I think if they'd came out any fatter, I'd probably think about lubing them, but being I'm not doing any damage and they're not sizing too much, I think we should be okay here. But it's something I can look at in the future. So there's that. So just a quick one. Let me just bring this over here. So we are doing a little giveaway again tonight, guys. Got some stickers, patches and things. So don't forget to hit hashtag MAC9. And just to show you quickly, we probably do this at probably 45 minutes, 50 minutes in. So you've got my logo sticker. I picked up some of these, and if you can see them, they're the Daniel Defense stickers. Picked them up from a gun shop, a little bit bigger, just a white sticker. So I picked up some of those. And then I got this Daniel Defense patch, M18 patch, little Velcro back and everything on it. So I picked up this patch. So we got the patch, and again, one of the Mac tools. These really popular pocket screwdrivers, little flat end, magnet on the back end, and your pocket clip. It's got my phone number and name on it, and the little Mac Tools logo on it as well. These seem to be very popular out there. So you've got 4 little items, a couple of stickers, a nice little Daniel Defense patch, and the pocket screwdriver. So just get into the drawer, guys. All you need to do is just put hashtag Mac9, and you'll be in the drawer. And we can get that done a little bit later. Again, any questions, guys, just throw them out there. We've got some great guys on the panel. Great guys in the side chat that can help out. Got a lot of knowledge with everybody. There's a few going in there. Just come back reading if there's any. I think there's nothing else there. So with this type of die, obviously, like I said, just mounts on the RCBS. These are the ones I started with. I started buying this type of sizing to start with, and then I moved on to the other type of sizing die from Lee, which goes into the APP press. So we're going to do a swap over now. I will size some 45 coat. So I'm just going to pull some of these off here, and I can show you the changeover that I did from one to the other. So just put these aside for a minute. So I got all my presses, the ones that I interchange, on the inline fabrication quick change mount. So you've got 2 like little wing nuts underneath, so you can just spin these off. The ones that come from inline with this with these quick change plates have got 2 little wings on them, and I've upgraded mine to these. You can buy these in the Home Depot or Lowe's, and all you do is you just tap in the little nut that goes with the inline fabrication mount. And with this having these 3 fins on it, I find them a lot easier to use. They're bigger as well. They still fit under the bracket, but I really like these guys. So it's like a nice little upgrade from the 2 little fin ones that come with a normal inline, which I don't really like. They're a little bit fiddly. So just take that out from there a second. Out of there. So once you've taken the 2 bolts out, these presses just lift straight out on the plate. You can pull them out. I'll set this one aside for a second. And then I got the APP press from Lee, mounted on another quick change plate. So again, I just drop it in, line it up, and then with the little lock bolts, you can just nip it down to secure it down. And as you can see with this APP press, I've totally stripped it down. There's nothing on it. I only use this for sizing my cast bullets. I don't use it for anything else. I bought it on sale from Midway. It was a super cheap price. And let me do this a second. So Yeah, that's gone. So I got it at a really cheap. I think I paid probably about $50, maybe less for it. It was on a super sale. So I just picked this one up, and like I said, I've stripped everything off. Don't use it for anything else. I've kept all the parts in a box, labeled them, but this is just set up for my sizing the bullets. So this time we're going to be doing the 45 coat. And this is where I came in. I had to talk to Walter and I had to talk to CW about this because I was quite stumped by it. So if you can see, when I actually measured the throats of the cylinders, which are here on the 45 coats, the throats were 0.456, which were really large. And even on this this is a brand new coat, Single Action Army, the blued one that came out that I bought it brand new. It had never had any shots through it. I'd taken about 20 shots through it, and that one was even at 0.456. So I spoke to, again, Walter at CW, and I want to say huge thanks to both for helping me out. And they said, slug the barrel and see where you are. So I slugged the barrels, and you can see on the older Army coat is 451. The new one was 451, and my 45 Anaconda was 452. So after taking a lot of advice from them, you can go up for 1 thou above, 2 thou above. But also CW said his 45 coats are like this. They vary quite a bit. And they like to shoot at 0.454. They quite like a fat bullet. And he said to go up and try that one. I haven't got a 454 die. I've ordered one tonight and I'll get one coming. So I'm going to size mine to 453. So it's 1 thou above this one and 2 thou above this one. And he told me as long as they chamber and they come in and out of the cylinder really nice, you won't have an issue with lead bullets. So we're going to go for a 453. So at the moment there's a 452 set in there. So we'll swap them around. So if any of you have had these AP presses, they come with this little plastic Y tool for taking these dies in and out, and they are the worst. They're horrible to use. I hate them. But Andy Z said that you can buy these little wrenches. They come as a pack of 3. They got on Amazon, very, very, very cheap, and they fit these nuts perfect. So you can just crack the top one off and screw in and pull it out. And there's your plunger, and that just slides out of the die. Sit it there and put that over there. And again with the bottom one, pops out. Can unscrew them, and there's your sizing die. So this one's a 452. So this one's going to go back in I keep everything labeled so you know exactly where you are. Again, you can buy these little pots on Amazon, and they're perfect for holding these dies and plungers. They both just sit in there perfect. You can see they just sit in there. They're labeled on top, keeps them away from all the humidity or anything, and it's perfect. So there's that one. So we're going to step up to a 453. So with the die, it does come, I'm looking at this. Again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you can put these in either way. If not, we will soon find out. So they will not go in that way. So it just pops into the die. You can screw the bottom piece in. So it just sits there. You can put that into the bottom and then just tighten it up just gently with the little wrench. And then the plunger just pops into the top one. There's a spring in there that holds it nice and tight. You can put that into the die. And then again, we just nip it up gently with the wrench till it comes to a stop. And there we're done. What I tend to do with this, because it's raised a little bit, I can put one of these little plastic containers. It just slots into where just below the press. So when the bullets come out, instead of having to put that little plastic holder that doesn't hold too much, I just put a little plastic container in there. It's probably not necessary, but I do put an old towel in there as well. So when they're dropping out, I know they're not going to do any harm. It's just me, cuts down on the noise, and it's something softer for them to fall on when they come through. Just have a quick look, see if there's anything else come up. Papa's Place has joined us. Good to see you. See if you are dropping in the hashtags in there. Tommy Boy says, I have a 3D printer bullet feeder for the MR bullet feeder. You can size fast and pull the handle when you pull the handle. That's a good idea, Walter's saying. Find one used or on sale and just use it for sizing. It's perfect for that. It's mounted, it's easy. I can bring it in, do the sizing, and we're good to go. Okay, so we've got it set up. So we got this set up at 0.453. So I have some 45 Colt. I think these are 250 grain bullets. And let's get a measurement on them now. Let's just see what size they are. Let's bring that in a little bit. See if I can get that to focus. There you go. So where's my calipers? So these are coming out so we're at 4.556. So if you can see that, we're at 4.456. So again, this is going to be a 3 thou size. So all I'm doing with these is I'm just popping them into the die. Again, nose first down, and you're pushing on the base and just pushing them through. These are going through. With the other ones being slick sided, there was a lot more contact space to size, but with these they're just going through nice and easy. Let's bring that down a bit. So just dropping them and nose down. See, they're just popping through, and these are going through a lot easier than the slick sided because we're only sizing a couple of the grooves. So we can go in and measure these. And there we are, 4.533, 4.453, that's right. So sorry about this. You can see that, 4.53. Yeah, that's right, I'm reading that right. 4.53. So that one's sized to the exact size of the sizing die. And there's the next 4.53, and one more. 4.53. So you can see with these compared to the, let's see if I can do this. So we're only sizing, what you can see, these bands. So there's a lot less surface area to size, to squeeze down. This is why these are falling through, even though these were 3,000 over, same as my 9mm were 3,000 over. But with the 9mm, you can see we were talking all this area from halfway down to the bottom that we were sizing back as a solid lump. So that's why these were a lot tighter going through than these 45s. But you can see it's a pretty easy job. You can, as quick as you can put these in the hole, you can size them through. So I'm going to do a bunch of these and get them loaded up, try them through the chrono, see what the accuracy is like through the 3 different 45 Colts I got. And then when my other die comes, the 454 die, I will size some to that as well. And we'll take them out to the range and we will try them all, see which ones are giving me the tightest groups. And probably that's where I'll stick and stay. So just get a drink, guys. Okay, let me just check that. So I'm going to go through, make sure I'm not missing any questions. Jamie's joined us, JH586. Hi, Jamie. Papa Place, I do the old towel thing too, cuts down the noise a lot. Yeah, when they drop into these plastic, they clunk and rattle a little bit, it gets a bit annoying. Tommy Boy says the writing goes into die first. That's what I did. The writing went down, and then you can actually see the writing through the. Let's see if I can get that out just to show you. So you can see that the writing went into the die first, where it tells you the size, and then that protrudes through, and you just clamp it down at the bottom. So the easiest way to remember is just keep an eye on for the writing, and then once you've done that, you know you're good to go the right way around. Thank you, Tommy Boy. Appreciate it. I think that's up to date again. Sorry to keep jumping off, but I just don't want to miss any questions. Casey Dolph has joined us. Good to see you, Casey. Tommy Boy saying, try to load some without sizing them. If your throats are 456, you should be the size you need. But then the barrels are, what did I say they were? 451 when I slugged them. 451 and 452. So don't really want to be on the 451. That's making me 5 thou over. I don't know if I want to be up that high. CW says 454 is a fat bullet. That's about where you should be going. So I'd be a little bit worried of trying them at that size. Probably be good. But it's worth, we can go through and give them a try. So let's have a look. How are we getting on? Are we getting guys to fill in the hashtags? I got 11 entries that I can see, guys, and it looks like we have 22 guys watching at the moment. So don't forget the hashtag, guys. Let me put it across the bottom of the screen so you can see it a bit easier. Hashtag one. think it's this one, is it? It's Mach 8. No, don't go by that. Couldn't change that. Change that quickly. There you go, that's better. Sorry, I forgot to change it from last week, guys. I can go in there and trickle that. There you go. Mach 9. Mach 9, there you go. Yeah, so just hashtag Mach 9, guys. Sorry that I had the wrong one in there, the wrong thing going across the screen, but it is hashtag Mach 9. And you'll be good to go on that. Walter says, I get some scraping at the forcing cone on the revolvers if I size too big, too much bigger than the bore. That's what I was a little bit concerned about, Walter. I don't want to go too, with the bore being 451, 452. I think the 2,000, 3,000 max over would be okay. I wouldn't want to go anymore. A lot of good comments. It's good to know, guys. I like the feedback coming through. Like I said, we're always learning. We're always doing new things here. So it's great to see other people's comments, take them on board, trying different things. And how we do it for time. We'll probably give it another 5 to 10 minutes for everybody to get the hashtags in. And I'll do the little draw then towards the end of the show. We're only going to run. I'll try and keep my shows to about an hour, guys. With us just doing 2 presses tonight and 2 sizing dies, it's been going through pretty quick. So for all you guys who jumped on late, just to say, like, I took some friends out just to run over. I took some friends out to the desert yesterday. 2 of them had never held a gun before, never shot. And I took my granddaughter out. She's 8. And they shot for the first time. And for people taking friends, family out to the range or to the desert to shoot for the first time, when you see their faces and their reactions, it's unbelievable. It's well worth the time and effort you put into it. One of the friends that came over from the UK, she was shooting my CZ Micro 9mm, the Scorpion Micro, and we had some plastic bottles set up on a little stand at about 18, 20 yards, and she took a couple of shots to hit one of the bottles, and when she hit that bottle and knocked it off, just the way she shouted and just the expression on the big smile on her face is just unbelievable. It's so gratifying to see how much enjoyment people can have shooting. It's just, I know there's a lot of controversy out there and everything. I don't want to get into that now, but when you actually take people out and you let them, you show them, they start off with the 22s and they can work up to where they feel comfortable and they're hitting the targets and they're knocking things down. It's such a great feeling. And my granddaughter, she shot a 22 pistol, a 22 suppressed pistol, an MP22, and a little Savage bolt action single shot rifle. And she couldn't wait to get home to tell her mum and dad, because her dad came with her, but the mum was at home. She couldn't wait to go home to tell her, and she was excited all the way home. And she probably told everybody in school today, which probably is not the best thing for her to be telling the kids in school, but it doesn't matter. It was done safely. It was in a safe environment. I had another friend of mine out who's helping me train. We were keeping an eye on everybody. Everything was nice and safe. There was only one shooting at a time. Everybody stayed behind the firing line. It was a great, safe, and really enjoyable day. And I highly recommend it if you've got guns, guys, and you love shooting, and you've got friends and family that have never done it. I know it's different for a lot of people over here. It's a much bigger thing over here. But when we bring friends over from the UK, that's the first thing they say. Are you going to take us shooting? Can we go out shooting? And we always do it. And it's so gratifying to see those huge smiles on their faces. So if you want to jump onto MacMan039 Reloading, I posted the video over the weekend, guys. It's worth seeing just to see the expression on their faces. It's a real feel-good factor when you see that. Like Walter says, everyone we bring into the fold is worth the time and effort. It's fantastic. I love it. Watching my granddaughter was just unbelievable yesterday. I got my grandson shooting at 6. He wanted to start a little bit earlier. So he's 16 now and he's driving. But we actually started him at just over 6. And he loved it. He was shooting the 22s, and I think by the time he was 8 or 9, he was moving up. He was shooting the 9mm and pistols, and he was shooting the 223 ARs. He didn't want to go any bigger than that. And yesterday he shot basically everything we took with us, apart from the S&W 500. He didn't want to shoot that, and I didn't push it on him. He got up to 44 mag, and he was like a little snub-nosed, full bore 44 mag, and he shot that, and it was enough for him. He didn't want to go to the big boy. But then one of my friends came over from the UK. He shot the 500, and my son-in-law shot the 500 for the first time, and there's clips of that in the video as well. And they're just, when you shoot something like that, it's unbelievable. And just watching the expressions on their faces and just the joy and thing that they had, it just makes it worthwhile. And we probably went through 2,500-3,000 rounds of ammo yesterday, between 22, 9, 10, 45, 38, 357, 44 mag, 223, and 500 S&W. Probably close to 2,500-3,000 rounds. We were out there for 4 hours, and we just tore it up. We had such a good time. And but now I got to come back and start doing some reloading, because it really did put a big dent in some of my stock. Hi JT, he's joined us. Just started casting. What's a good 380 mold? If you look a little bit further down, Viejo Walter is telling you about the Lee Walt. He's done a few videos on this mold as well. You'll get some really great advice from Walter. So that'd be a nice mold for you to start. And he says, I love taking newbies to the range. Although I really get to shoot when I do, I still have a lot of fun. Yeah, when you go out and you're taking people, I think I shot the S&W 500 once, just to show the guys how it kicks and how the recoil is working on it, and just to try and explain to them how to hold it so they don't get thumped in the forehead when that gun comes back. And I did shoot the Carnet Gold Steel, just to finish the day up. But other than that, I just let them all go through it, and they had a blast. They had an absolute blast. Okay, let's see how we're doing with the little prize draw. 16 entries, guys. We're up to 16 entries, and we have got 27 watching. So a couple more minutes. If anybody want to get into the prize draw, hashtag Mac9. And just a quick reminder, it's just a little Mac Tools, my channel sticker. I got a nice little Daniel Defense sticker. I got the Daniel Defense patch, MK18 little Velcro patch. So there's those three, and I've also got the little Mac screwdriver, pocket screwdriver, flathead, magnet on the back, little pocket clip. It's got my name, number, and the Mac Tools logo on it. So get in, guys. It's just a little prize draw. Always fun. But everybody who's had those screwdrivers absolutely love them. They said they're great in the loading room. Nice little small flathead screwdriver, and the magnet works really well. So like I said, a couple of minutes, we'll let it run, guys, and then we go through and we can do the draw. Just trying to think. So if there's a few new guys, I can see there's a few new names on there. Pike 64 has jumped on. Papa's Place, D-Dub 37's on. So there's a few more guys jumped on, yeah. So with the new guys, if it's for you to know, Wednesday night, Chris from the 740, he does his show on a Wednesday night. It's a great show. He normally has 9-10 panelists on, good conversation, good topics. And again, Chris has got some fantastic videos out there if you want to jump on and see those. Sometimes on a Thursday night, you'll see AR 1776. He does a show some nights on a Thursday night. And you also got High Boy does a show on a Thursday night. Friday night, you've got the Georgia Shooting Connection with Jamie, CW, Walters on there. Again, there's a full panelist on there. Kyle is on there. Another great show, great content. And following them, you've got Gizzard Gary, who follows the Georgia Shooting Connection. Saturdays, G23, he does his show on a Saturday afternoon. Hillbilly Up does his show on a Saturday night. I normally jump on the panel with Hillbilly. That's a fantastic show. We have a lot of fun. He throws out some great questions, not just all reloading. There's movie trivia, music trivia, just for fun. And it's just, we have a great time on Hillbilly's channel. And I believe the Scottish American is on a Sunday night. So if I'm missing anybody, guys, I'm really sorry. I keep saying I'm going to write all these people down and try and read them out while I'm doing my show. We're all in this community together. There's a great bunch of guys. So we like to share everybody's channels when we have a chance. We're all trying to build our channels, and it's great that there's so much great content out there. So let's go in and do this draw then, guys. Let's see if I can get in and share this screen. So we got 20 entries. That's great. I want to go in and share the screen. StreamYard. Share. Okay, looks like it's up there. So I'm going to hit the draw button. Good luck, everybody. And let's get this draw done. Winner, MCK. Congratulations, MCK. I don't believe I have your contact details. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my email up for you. There you go. On the screen there is my email address. So juliandunbar@ymail.com. Just send me over your address, your contact details, and I will get that sent out this week too. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anybody. G23, he's at work. Okay, just let him know. And he can always get in touch with me, or I think most of you guys got my email address, and I can get that sent out to him. Chris from the 740 is with us, just joined us. Like I said, guys, Chris from the 740, he's putting a lot of videos out. He's putting a lot of work for you new guys on here. He does gun reviews. He's doing a lot of red dot and light reviews. Absolutely fantastic channel. He's turning out some really good videos, so it's well worth going over, checking him out. Subscribe to his channel and check out the live stream he does on a Wednesday night. Well worth going over and seeing that. And Walter says, hey, our guns, we're looking forward to seeing you back streaming. It'll be great to see you back out there. So D-Dub is saying, when sizing, it doesn't mess up the finish at all. Can you show it before and after sizing? Okay, we'll do that for you now. So let me just take this one back off the screen, guys, and then we'll do that now. Okay, so let's see how close I can get you. So there's 45 Colt, and it's done in Ford light blue. So you can see, just trying to show you the finish and everything on there. So if you just take a look, keep an eye out on these 3 bands, because that's where we're going to be sizing. So you can see what it looks like before sizing. And then after. So you can see there, all it's done is basically flattened out the ridges. It hasn't taken any paint off. It hasn't scratched a mark. So next, I'm going to put one next to it, which I haven't sized. So you can see the one on the right here, this one here isn't sized. And then this one has just been sized. So you can just see on these ridges that these are just a touch flatter than the ones on the other side. So all you're doing is you're just squeezing them down to the measurement. You're just squeezing them down to the measurement. Sorry, it's really hard to get this to focus close in. So you're just squeezing it down. We're taking it down 3 thou. So you can see it doesn't damage anything. It's not taking the paint off. It's just sizing them back just a touch. So there you go. What else about that? D-Dub said about that. So you can see that it's not marking the paint up too much. It's just crushing it down just a little bit. Damon Law, good. Thanks for joining us. It's another new name. I think I said hi to JT. Chris says thank you. So Walter's saying sometimes the finish on the driving bands can appear shinier after sizing than before. And he says if you have to size down a lot, there'll be more evidence of this process. So yeah, like I said, it's not doing a lot, guys. It's just with this bullet, it's taking them down. Let me see if I can get one of the 9mm, and I'll show you the 9mm 6-sided ones as well that we've sized compared to a. So this one is one that I've sized. And let's see. And you can see there's next to no marks on it. There is a little bit of evidence of discoloring, just a touch on it. Let me see if I can see that. It's hard to see, but you can see that there's a little discoloring on it. And then the one on the top hasn't been sized. So you can basically, there's no real difference. It's not doing any damage. These slick-sided ones, obviously, because you're sizing a whole lot more surface area or material, they were a little bit stiffer going through. Like some of the guys said earlier, we can lube them. I think if I had to size them more than maybe 3 thou, I would definitely lube them next time. But 2 and 3 thou, I think we're good. I don't think we need to be. They seem to be going through quite well. And like Walter says, sizing lead, the size lead has to go somewhere. the bullet won't actually compress much. Sometimes the lead will move into the loop grooves or over the base. So like you said, it has to go somewhere. So when you're sizing it, it's probably, I'd have to measure the 9 mils. They might increase the length a little bit, and you might get a little bit of a, you see like a little bit of an overhang on the end of them. Let me just see on that one. But there's not much. It's not enough to close the gaps up, guys. You're not going to shut down the loop grooves or nothing. It's just gonna move it around just a touch. So there you go, guys. Coming up onto the hour. So that was just like a quick one, just to show a little bit about sizing cast bullets. We did the 9 mil to start with. Back over onto the 45 coat to finish up. So we were using the AP press from Lee to do this setup, and then obviously with the older style Lee dies, we use it on the RCBS. They both work really well. If you wanted just to use this style of sizer with the pots, this all comes with as one. You get the pot, the sizing die, the little plunger, the instructions, all comes with Lee. So you get a complete unit like that. So that's probably the cheapest way to do it, because you can add it to basically any press. And then the other way, like I went with the APP press. Again, if you keep an eye on Midway and places like that, sometimes they throw out stupid deals, especially on Christmas, holidays, where you can buy this press really, really cheap. And then all you're buying then is so you just got one press, and then Lee make the plungers and the sizing dies. And just as a little side note, if you're going onto the Lee site and you're trying to find sizing dies and they're not in there, NOE also make the same die, very similar die. So again, it goes into this press. It's a slightly different looking die, but they make a wider range of sizes as well. So again, these dies all fit in these pots. So I couldn't find a 401, a 400 and a 401 for doing my 41 mag bullets. So I picked them up from the NOE site. And also, I believe if you've got a size that you want, I might be wrong, but I think Lee will make them. They'll do a certain run. I think I've been told that Lee will make them. It's either Lee or NOE will actually make a die for you to the size you want. So just because you can't find that right size and die, there's always somewhere where you can go and get one. Tommy boy, you can use the older style Lee dies in the AP press. Yeah, because you can just probably mount them into these collets, I presume. I've never done that, but then again, great info. Thanks for that. Okay, guys. So let's just have I'm just going to say hi and goodbye to everybody while we're winding up here. So we had Tommy Boy, AR Guns, DWD37, Walter was with us, Viejo, G23, Tommy Boy, Brutal Bob, Chris from a 740, Papa's Place, Peterson Farm of Nashville, Dale Pogue, Piker 64, JT was with us, Hillbilly Up, great to see you, Hillbilly, Tommy Boy, and I know Dale Pogue, Damien Law, Damien Law. Crazy Gearhead was with us. I think that's the first time I said hi to you, so thanks for joining us. It's great to see you on here. Tactical Fud. Again, lots of comments, guys. I really appreciate it. And I love going back and I watch my own videos again just to see if there's anything I can do to improve them. Dwayne7834. Sorry I didn't say hi to you earlier, but good to see you. JH586, Casey Dolph. MCK was with us, and MCK was the winner tonight of the little prize draw. I think he had to go to work, but hopefully somebody can get hold of him and or just send me his details and I'll get those little prizes sent out. Tactical Third, Papa's Place. Sorry if I'm calling you out more than once. Andre D'Angelo was with us. AR Guns. Reloading from the Hot Pot was with us earlier. Brutal Bob. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. There's a lot of comments here tonight. MCK. Vanessa Kitty was with us. Great to see you, Vanessa. Gun Websites was with us. I think I'm about caught up, guys. Sorry it's taking so long, but I want to say hi to everybody. Yep, so that's everybody done. So thanks for joining me tonight again, guys. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you can take a little bit from this. I learned a little bit tonight from some of the comments from the guys. So hopefully that you can take a little bit from it. There's my email address up on the screen. If there's anything you want to talk to me about, anything you want to see on this load-in, or Michael Dunn's joining us. I can see Michael Dunn's just jumped in. Yeah, if there's anything you want to know, if you want me to do a stream on any of this machinery in here, you're welcome to send me an email and we can get it up and running. Other than that, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Hope you have a great week. We'll be back again next week, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget to check out some of these other shows, guys. And that's great. I just can't say thank you enough for all you guys taking your time out of your days to come and jump onto my streams. My channel's growing. Like I said, I did my 500 sub giveaway last week. It was great to hit that. And it's just growing all the time. My next big giveaway is going to be at 750, guys, and it'll be a good one as well. So it's probably going to be a little bit of time to get up there, but I'm going to make sure I get some really good prizes to give away on that show. That's going to be the next big stepping stone for me. So again, thanks for everybody for joining us. Keep an eye on my channel, guys. There's lots of videos coming out. I got lots of content to come out, and I put a lot of videos up over the last couple of weeks. So I hope you enjoy those. And have a great week, guys, and we'll see you next week. Good night, everyone.